South Ockendon is an ancient parish. It was a village before the Norman conquest, had a priest in 1085, and is listed in the Domesday Book as Woshejana, conjecturally named after a Saxon chief, Waka, whose tribe allegedly lived on a hill. The suffix don, in Old English, means a low hill in open country. Until the late 1940s, the village centred on the village green, with its Norman church of St. Nicholas of Myra and adjoining the Royal Oak, a 14th-century tavern with a 17th-century northern extension. North, south and west roads all converge on the green. The railway through Ockendon station was built in 1892, as a through line from Tilbury Dock to the Midlands, and further via Upminster and Romford, and now is a major commuter route between Southend and Fenchurch Street via Barking. In 1912, Mollins Farm, to the south of the original village, was acquired for use as a rehabilitation facility for what are now termed disadvantaged or educationally challenged people who were put to useful work on the farm. Over time, the farm developed into a major mental hospital, known locally as the Colony, or as South Ockendon Hospital. The hospital closed in 1994, and most of the buildings were subsequently demolished, and the site was redeveloped as the Brandon Groves Estate. South Ockendon Village became a location for prefabricated houses, accommodating bombed-out residents of East London and West Essex, in the very late 40s. The majority of these were demolished in the late 1960s, when a large Greater London Council estate, Lekkerplan, concrete construction homes, the Flowers Estate, was built to replace them, once more with prefabricated dwellings, albeit of a superior design. The Lekkerplan Type B form of precast concrete terrace is constructed in rows of 8 properties to a design by J.C. Tilley, and manufactured by W&C French. In the 1970s, the Ford Motor Company factory at Aveley housed Ford's advanced vehicle operations, which built cars such as the RS 1600. The plant was closed down gradually from the late 1990s, but closed entirely in 2004, when the last 150 jobs were lost. The majority of the 150 workers accepted transfers to other Ford or ancillary sites around Essex. The Aveley plant was situated along and west of the railway line, adjacent to Ockendon Station, in the Belhouse ward. That part of Ockendon has now been developed into new housing estates, with street names after famous Ford vehicles, in keeping with the site's history. The railway line from Upminster to Grays separates the old village of South Ockendon from Belhouse. The line is a spur between Grays, Thurrock and Upminster, of the line from Fenchurch Street Station to Southend and Shoeburyness. South Ockendon is served by Transport for London. As of autumn 2015, Bus 370 runs between Romford and Lakeside, via South Road, and Bus 347 serves Romford from Ockendon Station, via Upminster and Harold Wood. Essex services connect the village directly with Basildon, Brentwood, Purfleet, Grays, and Aveley. The road system of South Ockendon has probably changed little since the Middle Ages, except in the southwest of the parish, where building has been going on since the 1930s. The main road from Brentwood to Grays Thurrock runs along the central ridge, passing through the village, which clusters round a green. From this point a chase runs east to the moated site of the former South Ockendon Hall, and West Road runs through North Ockendon to Rainham and Upminster. East of the main road, both north and south of the village, lanes lead to scattered farms. Secondary education is provided by the Ockendon Academy, formerly known as the Ockendon School, before that it was called Culverhouse Comprehensive School, and before that it was called Leonard's Secondary Modern School. In the 70s, the Culverhouse School was run by knobheads, assholes, and most probably, paedophiles. The headmaster at the time deserved a good hiding. The beautiful green space you can see here runs alongside of Daiglen Drive. It is enjoyed by families, children, old folk, and most probably drunks, drug dealers, and sex attackers. As you have probably noticed, this film has gone on far too long, and is boring me shitless, as much as you. You may sense, my voice is strange. I am not drunk, just a little deranged. So it is time to knock this crap on the head, and just leave you to watch, and listen to the only music I could find. If you don't like it, just go off and do some other pointless crap. Thank you for watching.